I'm gonna try to not hit you with some big clickbait title, but I really think that this Aries full moon on October 6th is a big wake-up call that just doing nothing isn't really an option anymore. And this is definitely true for the cardinal signs, but it's also true for all of us. I'm not going to limit this one to just a few signs. The last Aries full moon was on October 16th of last year. Think about what has happened in this past year. Astrologically, we have Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, all in new signs. These planets move really freaking slow. The fact that they all change signs all within about a year of each other, it's kind of nuts. The world is always changing, right? But this year has been kind of like that trip through the bardo, that liminal trip through what feels like a world that was and now a world that very much is and is different. It feels weird. And with the retrogrades that went back and forth across Aries and Pisces and then Neptune and Saturn in Aries for most of this year, this was a very Aries year. A big focus on what our identity is, who we want to become, how we want to take ownership of that. And I'm getting kind of impassioned because it's really becoming very obvious to me. It's becoming so easy to just kind of fall into this sort of half-conscious state. You go to work, right? You come back, scroll your phone. You're using AI for everything. You're not thinking for yourself as much. The misinformation and the arguments and the conflicts and the stuff that pisses you off, it starts getting so heavy that you get so exhausted to even think and start sorting through all the stuff. And so that when it comes to things like personal growth or like going after something you want or all these like really lofty things, you're just like, bro, I don't know. I'm just like trying to be happy and like survive, which is totally fair. But I'm only saying that it's getting increasingly more important for us each to take ownership out of continuing to develop as powerful, unique, interesting, inspired, creative, inner child connected people that we all are. If you don't want to glaze over and kind of fall asleep, you got to wake up, go and do things, do something spontaneous, love something really hard, something other than your job or your partner or whatever. Like, go and fight for it. You got to protect it. You got to make space for it. You got to throw logs in that fire. You got to keep that fire really alive. And you got to build a structure around it to make sure it's really strongly protected. Because this world kind of wants to take it away from you. It wants to take your attention. It wants to take your energy. And I'm not talking about some alien Illuminati like pulling a lever. I'm just talking about how these dynamics operate. So during this full moon, try and tap in to whatever like really wakes you up on the inside. What lights a fire in your freaking soul. This is about fighting and protecting for your soul. Make space for that inner child and let it roam. And I know it might sound hokey as frick, but it's honestly the most important thing. It always has been, but like it's especially important now and in the coming years.